Okay, guys. I think we continue from where we stop, and hopefully, this is the last video. In short, this has to be the last video because I'm really tired of breaking the video over and over again. So the last task that I did inserting images. Okay, as in the chart that we did in Excel, I I I insert it into this place. So if you have not seen that video, please see it. This should be the part 6 of the video. So the other 5 parts, if you have not seen it, please make sure you watch it. Everything is in sequential order, so you can't just jump to a particular part without doing the others. Okay, so I already inserted the chart in the previous video, so I'm going to continue from there. So now let me go back to the question. That was question number 16, I guess. Yeah, it says that I should insert the chart. I've done that. So this make sure that part I didn't do it. So it said make sure that the chart and all data fit within the column width. So the chart, they said they want it to be to make sure that it fits within the column width. You see, there are 2 columns. So this chart already fit within the column. So you can see that. Then it also says that all data labels are displayed in full with no overlap. So you see the data labels that we did, everything is displayed. There's no overlapping of data. So it makes perfect sense. Okay. Now let's go to number 17. So it says import the image J2120 rider and place it in the paragraph beginning most races are organized. So we have to find the paragraph that begin most races are organized. So let me go back to my document and look for the paragraph. So home, I'm going to click on let me home, go to home, then find most races. Most races, I guess. I don't know how to spell races. So yeah. So okay, I think this is it. This is the most races paragraph. That has done it. Okay. All right. So most races are organized. So we have to put the image there. So we have to import the image J2120 rider. So let's go back to the stop and import and the image. So go to home, or better to go to insert, then pictures, then it already brought me here because I've gone through this before, so that's why it brought me here. If you're doing it for the first time, it's possible that it doesn't bring you here. So just navigate to that source file that was given that you downloaded from this book. Navigate to it and insert J2120 rider. So once you do that, I think you're good to go. It's making perfect sense now. It says that crop the image to remove the top third. Okay, so you should remove the top third. That means that you use your that sense, your inner sense, to divide the image into 3. Okay, so you remove the top third. That means they said most of the sky above the cloud. So let's try to use our sense to do that. So we are going to divide it into 3. So if you can look at it, if you divide this into 3, it should be somewhere around here. Let me just right click and crop it. So I'm going to crop like get more. See my sense. This is perfect. Like I'm very sure this is like if you divide this into 3, this is like 1/3 of it. I think this is done it. Okay. Now I have divided that into top 3. What else did they ask me to do from it? They said um, format the image so that it is resized to a width of 3.5 centimeters. So let me go back to the document. I'm going to format this image. So to format, you right click, go to size and position. Okay, they said the width should be 3.5. So I'm deleting this and putting 3.5. So I've done that 3.5. Then they said um, it is aligned to the left of the column and top of the paragraph, starting most phrases are organized. So as you can see, there's no this one does not really need much. It is aligned to the left and also at the top. So that one is done. Then the last one says the text wrap around the image. So let's go and wrap the text around the image. So if you just click on it's already there. Click on this icon of wrap text, select wrap this. So and I think we are good to go. It's making absolute sense at this point. So they said format the paragraph that starts research as shown. We should format this paragraph that says research as shown. So let's look for the paragraph that says research as shown. So I'll go for research as shown. Research as shown. But I think it's here, this paragraph here. Okay, good. They now ask me to format the entire paragraph of research as shown. Okay, so now if I just go ahead, I hope this seems, if I go ahead without considering, let me see, considering highlighting it, it may not affect the whole, it may do something else. So let me just go to research as shown. For some reason, I'm already anged. Okay, I'm not going to edit this out though. I'm already tired of doing this over and over again. So I'll just wait for this thing to come for my stem to get its senses back. So once it gets senses, we continue. I think it's coming back to life. So you can just forward this part if it's a problem, because I don't want to edit this part. I'm not going to. Okay, I think it says format the paragraph that starts research as shown. So I'll go back to the paragraph and let me move this fine man to this left side. Okay, so I'm formatting the paragraph here. I'm going to select this place. So they said we should format it that it is indented 1 centimeter from both left and right of the column. So come back to the stuff, go to home, then click on this icon, this one here. Okay, and they said 1 centimeter to the left and right. So 1 centimeter to the left, 1 centimeter, 1 centimeter, 1 centimeter to the left, and 1 centimeter to the right. So I click on OK, that is done. Then it says displays an external 3 to 4 point black border, like you should put a border that the width is like 3 to 4. So I'm going to the document here. So go to home to put a border around the paragraph. So click on this border thing here. Click on it, go to the bottom that says border and shading. So click on border and shading. So we want to have a box around it. So click on box. Then they said 3 to 4 where is it, 3 to 4 points black. So let's go to 3 to 4 points. So this is half point. I'm going with 3 because the next one is 3.5, and I don't know if you can write it, so I'm just going with 3. Going to 3. So click on OK. I guess that makes sense. Again, and then they now said, I think spell and check and proofread the document. Make sure that the list and charts the outside are not split over the columns. There are no windows. So let me just, they said spell check and proofread the document. So let me just go through the document and make sure that everything is making sense. Okay, please don't try to edit anything. Don't, just leave it the way it is. Just make sure that all the thing that you are supposed to do is already done. Okay, so think everything make perfect sense. Okay, don't try to change what is in there. Just make sure that you try to follow what it says. There are no widows or orphans. It said if you're using Microsoft Word, you're using Microsoft, so it will not allow you to have widows or orphans. Okay, there are no blank pages. Obviously, I don't think there are blank pages. I don't see any blank pages. Okay, they also said that spacing is consistent between all items. I think the spacing is consistent. The idea is if you do the right thing, if you follow the right instruction and you didn't mess with everything they gave you, everything will be making sense. Then I think that's the last thing. They said save the document using the same file name and format used in step 1. Print the document. So all you just have to do is just do Control X since we already saved it. So that's done. Then they ask us to print the document. Obviously, maybe if you're writing an exam, you print, but for this one, don't print. You know what you're supposed to do. Do it and send me a mail once you're done. Send the document, your folder, send it to me as a mail. And with this, I say, hallelujah. We've come to the end finally. Okay. So I'll see you in the other videos. See you. Bye bye. I'm happy I finished this final. All right.